A mysterious creature was spotted on the shores of Santa Barbara's Coal Oil Point Reserve in Southern California. No one expected its true identity. But before we start our story, smash the like button, make sure to subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so you won't miss any new stories. The early morning fog hung heavy over the shores of Santa Barbara's Coal Oil Point Reserve. Waves crashed gently, whispering secrets from the depths of the Pacific Ocean. But today, the ocean had delivered something strange, something that didn't belong. Matt, the newest intern at the reserve, rubbed his eyes, convinced they were playing tricks. What was that huge gray shape lying motionless on the sand? He stepped closer, heart thumping in his chest. A chill ran down his spine. "What on earth?" he whispered, voice shaking. It was massive, easily 7 feet long, and he guessed it weighed nearly 1,000 pounds. Its skin was gray, slick, and oddly textured, nothing like he'd ever seen. It had no visible tail or fins, just a massive blob-like body sprawled across the sand. Matt swallowed hard, pulling out his phone to snap photos. He knew he had to show the others. But would anyone believe him? Jessica Nielsen stared at the photos on Matt's phone, her eyes wide with disbelief. "This washed up here?" she asked, voice tight with unease. Matt nodded nervously. "Yeah, just this morning. I've never seen anything like it." Jessica frowned. She'd worked at the reserve for years, and she'd seen plenty of strange things wash ashore. But nothing like this. Her stomach twisted with anxiety. What was this creature, and why was it here? "Let's get down there," she said decisively. "We need better photos, and we need them now." By the time Jessica and Matt returned to the beach, the tide had risen. A thick fog rolled in, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Jessica felt a cold chill seep into her bones. She scanned the shoreline. Her heart sank. "It's gone." Matt's eyes widened. "What do you mean, gone?" It was huge. Jessica shook her head, anxiety rising. The tide must have taken it back out. But how could something so massive disappear so quickly? And what exactly had they lost? Jessica couldn't sleep that night. The image of the gray blob haunted her dreams, twisting into monstrous shapes. She woke up drenched in sweat, heart racing. She knew they had to find answers. First thing in the morning, she'd call Dr. Foster and Dr. Nygaard, marine biologists who specialized in strange oceanic phenomena. She only hoped they'd have some clue about what they'd seen, but deep down she feared even they would be baffled. The next morning, Jessica and Matt began combing the shoreline again, determined to find the creature. Anxiety gnawed at Jessica's stomach. What if they never saw it again? What if no one believed them? Suddenly, Matt shouted from farther down the beach, "Jessica, over here!" She sprinted toward him, heart pounding, and there it was, slightly further inland, half hidden among driftwood and seaweed. Jessica felt relief and dread. They'd found it again, but now they had to confront the truth. They snapped dozens of high-resolution photos, capturing every angle, every strange feature. Jessica's fingers trembled slightly as she emailed the images to Dr. Foster and Dr. Nygaard. Would the scientists recognize this strange creature? Or would this mystery deepen even further? Jessica couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. The phone rang later that afternoon. Jessica picked up immediately, her pulse racing. "Jessica?" Dr. Foster's voice sounded tense. "Where exactly did you say you found this?" "Right here, Coal Oil Point Reserve," Jessica replied, throat dry. "Have you figured out what it is?" There was a long pause. Jessica's heart hammered in suspense. "Jessica," Dr. Foster finally said, "we're coming down there. We need to see this in person." Jessica's stomach twisted. What had they uncovered? Dr. Foster and Dr. Nygaard arrived before sunset, looking serious and uneasy. Jessica led them to the creature, now surrounded by caution tape. The scientists knelt beside it, examining its strange skin, its lack of fins, its massive size. Jessica watched anxiously. "Do you know what it is?" Dr. Nygaard exchanged a worried glance with Foster. "We have a suspicion, but it's impossible. It shouldn't be here." Jessica felt a chill run through her. What does that mean? Foster shook his head slowly. Let's take samples. We need to be sure. Jessica shivered, sensing something ominous behind his words. What had the ocean delivered to their shores? Night fell, and Jessica paced her office nervously. She couldn't shake the sense of dread. Why were the scientists so troubled? What weren't they telling her? She jumped when her phone buzzed. A message from Matt. Something strange is happening, come quickly. Jessica's heart raced. She grabbed her jacket and ran toward the beach, fear gripping her chest. Matt stood frozen, flashlight trembling in his hand. Jessica reached him, breathless. What's wrong? Matt pointed to the creature. Jessica gasped. It was glowing faintly, a pale, eerie blue. Jessica felt ice in her veins. How was this possible? What is happening? Matt whispered, eyes wide with terror. Jessica shook her head, speechless. She had no answers, only fear. The scientists returned quickly, stunned by the glowing spectacle. Foster's face was pale. This confirms it, he muttered grimly. It's a hoodwinker. Jessica frowned. A what? Nygaard explained slowly, voice tense. A hoodwinker sunfish, extremely rare, almost never seen in these waters, and certainly never glowing. The hoodwinker fish, also known as Serratius holboeli, is a species of deep-sea anglerfish, known for its remarkable appearance and the fact that it was only recently identified in 2014, despite being known to science for much longer. Jessica stared, pulse racing. Then what's going on? Foster looked deeply uneasy. We don't know, but we need to find out fast. The glowing intensified over the next hour, casting eerie shadows across the sand. Jessica felt like she was trapped in a nightmare. Was this some sort of warning? An omen? Suddenly, the creature shuddered slightly. Matt stumbled back, horrified. It's moving! Jessica's breath caught in her throat. How could something clearly dead move? Impossible, Foster whispered, eyes wide in disbelief. But the creature shuddered again, and Jessica felt terror grip her chest. What were they dealing with? The team watched in stunned silence as the creature slowly began to deflate, releasing a strange shimmering substance onto the sand. Jessica covered her mouth, fighting nausea. What was this? Nygaard cautiously approached, collecting a sample. His face paled. This substance, it's not natural. Jessica's heart pounded. Then what is it? Nygaard shook his head, voice trembling. I think it's man-made, chemical. Jessica felt dizzy, fear overwhelming her. Had someone done this intentionally? Was this creature the victim of some sinister experiment? In the days that followed, tests confirmed their fears. The hoodwinker sunfish had been exposed to an unknown chemical, one that altered its biology, causing strange mutations. Jessica felt sick. Who would do this, and why? She knew one thing. They had stumbled onto something dangerous, and now they were involved, whether they liked it or not. Jessica stood at the shoreline weeks later, staring out at the vast ocean. The creature had been removed, but the chilling mystery lingered. She shivered, feeling eyes watching her from the shadows. Was someone out there, angry they'd discovered their secret?